When most people hear the word schizophrenia, they imagine something scary. A crazy person in a movie, someone violent, unpredictable, and dangerous. But what if I told you that these images are completely wrong? That most people living with schizophrenia are not violent at all, and that believing they are does real harm. Schizophrenia is a mental disorder that affects how a person thinks, feels, and experiences reality. It can cause symptoms like hearing voices, having strong beliefs that don't match reality, or difficulty organizing thoughts. It's not split personality. That's a myth. People with schizophrenia can live normal lives with treatment, support, and understanding. For decades, movies and news stories have linked mental illness, especially schizophrenia, to violence. This stereotype is powerful. It shapes how people think, how laws are written, and how patients are treated. But what does research actually say? A major review published by PLOS Medicine by Fazell and colleagues found that only a small fraction of violence in society is connected to schizophrenia or any other major mental illnesses. In fact, the vast majority of people with schizophrenia will never commit a violent act. A large study by Elbogen and Johnson confirmed this, showing that when violence does occur, it's usually related to substance abuse and not mental illness itself. So, what actually increases the risk of violence? Researchers found this. The first one, substance abuse. Alcohol and drug abuse is a much stronger predictor of violence than any mental illness disorder. The second one, lack of treatment and support. When people don't get proper care, symptoms may worsen and small conflicts may escalate. The third and the last one, social isolation and homelessness. Without a stable home or any support network, stress builds, and that can lead to desperate actions. Even then, most violence is still committed by people without mental illnesses. As a psychiatrist, Paul Appelblom wrote in JAMA Psychology, focusing on mental illness as the cause of violence distracts us from the real issues, like access to care, poverty, and gun availability. These myths aren't just wrong, they're harmful. When people believe that schizophrenia equals danger, it leads to stigma, discrimination, fear, and silence. Sociologist Heather Stewart explained that stigma can make people with schizophrenia feel rejected, ashamed, and less likely to seek help. And according to Corrigan Markowitz, this discrimination even affects public policy, leading to fewer resources and more barriers to treatment. That's tragic, because early and consistent treatment is the best way to help people recover. Stigma doesn't help protect society. It just makes recovery harder. So how can we change the story? It starts with education. Understanding that mental illness does not equal violence. It means holding media accountable for how they portray mental health. And it means treating schizophrenia with healthcare issue, not just a criminal one. Every time we replace fear with facts, we make it easier for someone to get help, stay safe, and live with dignity. Schizophrenia does not make someone dangerous. Stigma does. When we learn the truth, we not only protect others, we protect compassion itself.